But the bottom line is employees need to be able to work from anywhere at any time on any device, right? And desktop virtualization is an enabling technology for that type of work mode for today's employees. And the advantage of Azure Virtual Desktop, maybe compared to some of the other options that organizations and CIOs are used to putting VDI on premises, is its flexibility and attractive economics. So you only pay for that user when they're using the system. So if you have a fully work from home, a work remotely type of an environment, you may have one type of usage profile. If you have hybrid work where employees are coming into the office 3 days a week and working from home the other 2 days, Azure Virtual Desktop, being a consumption-driven billing model, since it's an Azure service, really allows organizations to align the cost side of the equation with the actual usage, which is very difficult to do with on-premises non-consumption based models that are typically what VDI used to use in the past. I think, as we mentioned, all the reasons to go to AVD are, I think, the reasons that make now the unique time to go to desktop as a service. During COVID, there was a lot of urgent and sort of continuing operation decisions made in order to get employees productive. And I think as sort of the dust is settling from the pandemic and the lockdowns, and organizations realizing that employees can stay productive working remotely and enabling that type of work mode going forward, CIOs are being much more deliberate and strategic about their plans of how to provide that capability going into the future, right? So not let's get people up and running next week, but what does my IT strategy plan look like for keeping employees productive over the next 2 to 5 years, 2 to 4 years, something like that. And there's really only a couple ways to do it. You can do desktop virtualization on-prem, right? You can use the traditional kind of legacy VDI models, or you can do so in the cloud, right? And desktop as a service is obviously a cloud-based model, that takes that infrastructure provided from a public cloud provider like Azure, a AVD, control plane, a management control plane, a Remo 3 application management platform, and then a set of services from someone like ProArch to wrap them all together and deliver them to a user or to a customer. And that's really, it seems like the most really logical way to plan that strategy for enabling employee productivity in a hybrid and remote work kind of world. I think it's unlike any other times in the past, although we've been saying the year of the VDI for many years and it never came. We always joke about that in the industry, but I think COVID has really shown the value of this technology, and DaaS is the best way to deliver that value for all the different reasons that we mentioned.